2-0, then we'll see what KG does against the actual IG when it comes to series number 3. Nevertheless, of course, KG.Luminous going to be attempting to draw this out. It is only a best 2 in the group stage. See if they can manage it. For our sakes, John, hopefully we get to see a good Grimstroke perform, because we still haven't seen one. I feel like we haven't seen the potential of this hero yet.
Yeah, it's definitely been underwhelming so far. At least, in the games we've seen so far of it, it just doesn't feel like it's had the biggest impact. We've seen some good Stroke of Fate snipes, but overall, it just feels like, I don't know, it definitely hasn't been maximized yet. I think the pros are still getting a bit of a grip. I guess the Chinese scene is still trying to get to grips with it in the competitive scene, trying to see how far they can push the hero and how exactly it fits into its role. So, I can't blame them for that. It just entered captain's mode after all. But again, it's been rather underwhelming. So
yeah.
Okay.
Both teams taking 2 banner wins for each other themselves. And start indeed. We'll have the Monkey King down at the bot lane, it seems, in that safe lane. Rather, they will have Erica in the mid lane this time. So I think this is not a bad decision at all. He's probably going to have a way better time up against that DK than he is up against that Ursa in the laning phase. And it just seems like, again, it's kind of like if you just secure Erica's farm, you have a much better chance in this game because you're relying so much on this Slark.
Yeah, you definitely want that good start on Slark, as in the last game. If a Slark doesn't get a good start, he can't really flash farm. He depends on killing heroes to get that gold going, and when you're behind, it's very hard to kill heroes, Mike.
Well, safe lane of the die, we do see Dust and Lian up there with the Lunar Bane. Of course, Protoss will be there to help Xiaofu, and as I say that, Mian apparently found first blood onto Mao. My apologies for missing the kill, ladies and gentlemen. I really wasn't expecting it this early. Mian, he did go for the Inkswell, and it does pay off. Now Ray trying to put some harassment towards Mian, but he just turns around and starts right-clicking Ray. Apparently doesn't care whatsoever about that Frost Shield early on. Meanwhile, mid lane, Erica, very close to finding the second kill of the map onto Butterfly Effect. Does force out a stat, does proceed to cancel it as well, so a lot of value coming out from Erica's little play there. Make it a lot harder for Butterfly. Speaking of, Beyond being jumped on right now, bot lane, he actually tries to fight the Monkey King 1-1. Mian just trying to back off, but perhaps a bit overly confident there in the Fury swipes.
Yeah, both of these heroes really enjoy, just right-clicking one guy for a long time. But of course, Monkey King just needs 4 hits. As an Ursa, a bit more, especially in this third part. So you do have to watch out as to how far you commit man fighting against Monkey King. He can't just turn around.
He can. See how Ursa reacts to this. Of course, Beyond a fantastic game in the first game around, so makes the same mistake again up against Mao. Nevertheless, it is a 1-for-1. Mian may have gone too far. The Frost Shield does come out bot lane, and he should just end up going, although that Inkswell, a lot of damage and a lot of stun. Now he does throw out the Stroke of Fate as well, but Beyond copying a lot of damage from that Jingu Mastery. Mao can't afford to take one more hit. It looks like he will salve up and walk away, and now he'll turn around. He does not have the Primal Spring available, but he does get away with taking out that Grimstroke. Yeah, he does have to use a salve for it, but I don't think he's going to mind too much.
Yeah, it's a good start here for Mao. He's had decent time in lane. He's died once, but he's had 2 kills around him. So I think Beyond's actually getting hurt a bit more here than Mao is. He's still doing quite well, although he is a bit behind in last hits. But I think as a Monkey King, you can farm up a bit better compared to a Slark that gets shut down. So he does have tools to catch up in that game.
Protoss may end up falling at the top lane. He's being chased down. Lucent Beam does come out from Dust, but the Infernal Blade is there from Xiaofu. That'll be enough. Dust will not bother trying to chase down the Bane. Not the Bane, the Rubik. Protoss, he does heal himself and went back to the lane as per normal. Bot room, there is a bit of an argument between Mian and Ray. The Inkswell will connect with a lot of damage and a long stun. This may be a kill for Mian, and Ray, he will end up falling. And it's one of those things, John, if you stay within that Inkswell range way too long, it's just a lot of damage that gets out.
You have to watch out for that. And I feel like already we've seen Mian play this hero a bit more aggressively, and it has been paying off for him. They have been finding kills when they can.
Gong again. They do go on the Lich, and well, he just came back to the lane, so I believe he is going to have to walk his way next time. In fact, he did TP down, so yeah. Now, Mao, he's not going to have the Lich there as a support to help him out for at least another minute or so, I feel.
That was a calculated choice. He saw that Mao was being jumped on. He just intercepted, casted Sinister Gaze to get their attention away, and forced them to really just basically take the Lich out because Mao was way too far by then.
Problematic though, don't you think, John? Like I don't want to give too much away to Beyond on this Ursa. Like it is still an Ursa. Nevertheless though, mid lane. Fly Effect and Erika basically trading farm, though it is at that stage now where the Dragon Knight can just breathe fire and take over with the CS. He probably doesn't fear death too much at the stage either, thanks to level 2 Dragon Blood. At the very least, they'll need to rotate someone over to help out if they do want to kill him. Mind you though, the same side of the coin, like Erika is just free farm as well. Not free farming, but he is farming decently well in comparison to the first game. So you're still going to have to work with that Slark later on.
Oh yeah, definitely so. It's just, I feel like it's still not the form you want to see from Slark. Again, does kind of want to get support in that lane to get as much as he can. He does have a good time in level 6 this time, but the issue is, I don't think his itemization is going to be too smooth. It's not too rough.
Bot lane Beyond actually manages to get Mao. They tried everything to hold that Ursa in place to try and take him down, but he still managed to walk out safely. Perhaps they can get him now. No, they actually can't. Mian. Ray was still chasing. He does end up giving up on it, but they actually went for the Sinister Gaze. With the Jingu Mastery coming out from the King, they were just trying to get the stacks up to 4, and they ended up getting it, but Beyond, with the level 2 as well as the overpower, he just managed to burst down that Monkey King very, very quickly. North Dust, top lane, hasn't been farming the greatest either. Like if you look at the last hits in comparison, like Zhao Fu, he is currently about 10 last hits ahead of Dust right now. This lane certainly feels like it's being won by KG.Luminous up at the top lane. Thing is though, you do have that flash farm ability, Dust, with those glaives, and well, as I say that, Beyond just rips apart Ray at the bot lane again. What I was trying to say, John, is well, Luna's having a tough time with the lane, but you'll probably be able to catch up relatively quickly once we get into the mid game.
Yeah, it's not something I'm too worried about if it's something like a Luna. As long as the Luna's not dying, I think it's fair enough.
Lane, they are going to jump in on Erika. The silence is there, though the Shadow Dance will come out. Beyond actually goes down bot lane. Right for the gank attempt, didn't really work out for them, and they end up losing their Ursa. Not the greatest trade in the world for IG Vitality. KG.Luminous, again, just going to be happy with what they're doing. They've seemingly won 2 out of 3 lanes. Zhao Fu also joins in this mid lane. He hasn't leveled up Dune yet. In fact, now he has. He does have 1 charge if he needs the mana for it, and they are going to jump onto him, but he is a lot tankier than the other heroes, although he still ends up going down. Now Erika, he cops the Inkswell as well. He ran straight into it. The Spirit is on him, Ray being chased down as well. They do end up getting Erika with that Spirit from them. In fact, it was Butterfly with the Breathe Fire. Protoss ends up getting Mian. Butterfly, the only one left. Does manage to get the T1 tower at the very least, but probably going to end up giving his life away for it. Bane Minute help out. In the end, can he actually make something happen here? Butterfly Effect so damn tanky on this DK. He actually is juking them out slowly but surely. Slow walking. Cross shield is there as well. Don't tell me he actually walks out of this. The stroke of fate is, and he actually gets out. All right, so DK did get buffed this patch, I believe. Yet he still managed to walk out while being attacked by 3 heroes for a good 30 to 40 seconds. He still managed to walk out by himself.
Yeah, that was curious. But again, we've seen the same thing happen a lot to Doom. I guess it shouldn't be too surprising to see it come out from Butterfly Effect. That was so strange to watch. He was trying to walk back. He was blocked a few times, and I guess they ran out of mana. All they had were right clicks, because I know it's just.
Bot lane, they are going onto now Melon. That Monkey King, can they burst him down? The Fury Swipes are stacking up, but that Frost Shield again. The physical damage he can block with that. Now, it looks like the Slark has joined in the team fight. He doesn't really know who he's going for, and he does get put in the Nightmare, though. They do take it off him, the Lich. Oh, the Soul Bind was there, and well, G 1-2 picks themselves, and now they're going after Xiao Fu as well. The stun is going to be available in just a couple of seconds on Butterfly Effect. He will let it go, however. And I suppose that's the usage of Soul Bind we've been looking at. Like, the Lich took the Nightmare off the Slug so he can try and get out of there, but then he just gets Soul Binded anyway, and the Slug can't walk out because your Lich is asleep.
Yeah, on top of that, we saw a beautiful double stun coming out from Butterfly Effect, so it's pretty potent now. I mean, we're starting to see what you can really do with this hero, Mike.
Absolutely. Although Dust is free farming the safe. So at the very least, like, sure, things aren't going amazing. Well, actually, yeah, IGV, like, with this free farm on the Luna, they've caught up so well. Erica will come in, not really much he can do. There will be a smoke attempt coming out of KG.Luminous. They are going straight up towards that top lane. They may run to Mian, but I don't think he'll mind dying too much. So out immediately, he will not be able to stun anyone up. Down the strike is there as well. This should just be a very, very easy kill. Throws up the blind just in case, but end up going down.
Definitely worthwhile for Mian to cop that gank. You don't want your Luna falling back behind after she just, she's just been playing catch-up. Finally ahead of pretty much single Radiant Core except for the Doom, but you kind of expect that from Doom now since they go max Devour.
Bot lane, Boundless Strike was nice with 2 heroes. They got the Doom on the Luna as well, but nice Nightmare comes in. Now Lien, well, he'll probably end up falling on that Bane, but he won't mind too much. He did end up saving his Luna. Luna is still ticking down, but he'll be fine. Survives on about 90 HP. Top lane, though, was being pushed in by Erica. He will pounce out of there, and Butterfly Effect will take over the top lane. 6 to 9 now. K net worth lead the way of IG Vitality. Certainly not what you want to see if you're a KG.Luminous fan. Again, their draft does not scale well if they don't do well in the early game.
Yeah, again, that's the limiting factor of Slark. He wants to dominate the early game. He wants to find the supports and kill them off fast. It's just that I feel like Erica has not done enough. 0 right now, 0 assists. Has not really been around finding the kills. He's just been trying to flash farm, but you can't beat a Luna in flash farm.
Butterfly Effect. He'll get the tier 1 top tower. Erica, nowhere near really... Like, he's nowhere near getting a Shadow Blade at the moment. He's got the 3 Wraith Bands, which makes perfect sense this patch, but can't really tell the struggle. They've even given him some wards. Like, just go place them yourself where the hell you want. Don't blame me for it later on if you get ganked up. America, hold off to them.
Dire scanning for enemies.
Mian actually going for an Aether Lens. I love this build on the Grimstroke. You're able to attack from a mile away, throw out all your spells, and they just can't ever get near you. And I've got to say, John, getting Stroker faded over and over again, like from a mile away, it's so darn annoying.
It definitely is, and that's why I'm really not a fan of that hero, Mike. I've experienced that annoyance myself. You know, it just gets a bit more potent by the time Mian hits level 15 as well. You're gonna have that 1 to 5% cast range talent, and you can just reach really far. I mean, just setting up Soulbind from a safe distance is pretty big. Casting Inkswell on an ally just a bit further out is pretty big as well. It just really helps Grimstroke maximize his kit.
Tier 1 bot tower does end up falling. Now Mel is trying to find a trade at the top tier 1 tower, but again, it feels like this is the position that KG.Luminous would like to be in, taking all these towers early on. Rather, with this DK, Butterfly Effect just continues to push out these towers quite easily. In fact, if they don't come defend, he might just get a tier 2 bot tower for free. The rest of the team is there to help out if necessary. Yeah, he just keeps ticking it down. Half HP now. He's got a bit more duration on that Elder Dragon form if he really wants to commit. We'll just blink out of there safely.
Again, it starts to feel like KGL is not playing their game here. They're reacting to IGV's movements, they're reacting to what IGV wants to do instead of doing their own thing. Slark still has not gone around the map. It's still trying to farm up that Shadow Blade, and I feel like in this case you probably don't really need it. You just need to group up as 2 or 3, smoke up, and try to find someone farming in the jungle, farming side lane alone. Just have some vision up to find that, and just try to get your Slark some kills. Because right now he is playing a farm game against Luna, against a Dragon Knight who's taking objectives. We've seen this before, and it just doesn't work out when you're trying to play a farm game with Slark.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that you've still got to be up against an Ursa who can take a Roshan very fast, and he will do so right now. Dust is there with the Mask of Madness, Butterfly Effect is also there on the DK, and with that, the Roshan just ends up melting to Beyond. He will actually take the Aegis for himself, which I suppose is fair enough, considering he will be the one initiating. Dust. Well, he'll go straight back to farming on that Luna. I mean, he's got that Mask of Madness, John. Why the hell wouldn't you? In fact, hold that thought. They do Dust up. But no, Dust, he'll stay up top lane. The rest of the team will start rotating around, trying to find some pickoffs. But they are going to run into pretty much a full KG.Luminous squad, apart from the Slark, if they move any further down south. Butterfly Effect broke his own smoke anyway. It feels like KG probably are aware of this. Please do nothing anyway.
"17 minutes in, 6-9 3K network lead for IGV, and I'll be honest, it feels like KGL is just not playing to the strengths of their draft. They've had Doom off cooldown for a long time, they've had Wukong's command off cooldown for a long time, Chain Frost as well. They're not choosing to force anything to happen when I feel like, you know, none of their heroes really don't flash farm. A Monkey King can, but he's not the position one. Mao Mao is, you know, he's not playing the +1 Monkey King. Slark takes that farm priority in the jungle. He does have a Shadow Blade now on Erica. The question is, can he find the pickoffs when IGV has been pretty grouped up nowadays?
I don't really think so personally, John, but we'll have to wait and see. We're gonna make a play sometime. Like they are grouping up now on the side of KG.Luminous. Perhaps a smoke attempt is coming out. IG Vitality, meanwhile, sticking around as a crew. Both teams playing pretty passively right now. They both just seem to be okay with farming up, just sticking as 5, not really interested in aging if they don't need to, and that's fair enough. So again, as a Slark, you've got to be worried about dropping off later on in the game, especially up against that Ursa, Luna, and the DK. But they will continue so right now. In fact, it does look like perhaps IG Vitality will be the ones to actually pursue the team fight. Not somebody within their jungle. Now. Let's get that butterfly effect, and now Beyond trying to find him though. He get the jump here on KG.Luminous. Erica just wants to back off. He's not interested in engaging on the Earth. And now the soul bind though, and the double silence coming out. Stroke of fate there as well. Now the stun butterfly effect, he gets a double stun off as well. They're going straight after that Rubik. The feed grip is there, the Wukong's command making it loud. They're going to take down the DK, it seems like, and they pick down the Aegis. However, Erica, can he get even more? Beyond, still trying to go after Ray. It looks like he will not be able to. Meanwhile, Stroke of Fate in the back lines. They're trying to go after Mal. They will finally find him. But the side of KG.Luminous definitely coming out on top. 2 heroes for the sake of 4. Certainly pretty much exactly what they needed to try and get back into this game.
This is exactly the kind of thing they have to keep pulling off. They have to take these team fights, somehow split up IGV and take, get the pickoffs they can one by one and go back in, take an objective or 2 and grow richer that way. Because again, that Slark is not going to be out farming that Luna, and I feel like that was a very good trade. You trade a Monkey King, sure, you take a lot more in return, and you manage to at least get significant amount of damage done on that tier 2 up top. You can start to open the map a bit more with the threat of the Slark.
Speaking of the Slark, he's going to find Mian. He does find himself a haste rune, but he does get pounced on, and he should just be dead, and he will be. Shadow Dance just in case to make sure there's no back off, pretty much back to farming. He's going to be happy with that. Although the Slark is still slightly behind in net worth, he certainly is catching up in terms of momentum. It's a matter of what IGV is now. KG.Luminous, they seem pretty with just sitting there and hitting some creeps. They do the same thing. Dust is going for a BKB up next. KG.Luminous now though rotating through the enemy Dire or the Dire jungle. Beyond, have a way to Nip is pretty far away. Beyond does actually get caught out. Now the gaze as well. The Ray has pretty much been alone. Erica is there. He might want to jump on the DK, and he does have a silver edge now, so he can at the very least break the DK. Monkey King as well might get caught out. He does, has no eclipse, but the Stroke of Fate does connect. Now the Boundless Strike, Wukong's command as well. He's going to try and fight this one out. Mao, he cops way too much damage though. That Wukong's command, I mean, it looked like he may have been having backup coming in to try and help him out. Trying to delay the inevitable, but wasn't the case. He just kind of threw it out there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a waste of that cooldown. And this is IGV actually doing what KGL wants to do. They split KGL up, get a pick off here and there, and again, they put themselves a bit further up. The surprise factor of that Slark Silver Edge is definitely gone now. They surely must have noticed the break status on their DK. So I'm sure they're gonna itemize to counteract that, or at the very least, they will play with that awareness in mind. And, you know, it's going to be a big part of where they can land those breaks on the DK to really make him softer. I'm not sure how easy that's going to be anymore when you reveal it, and it really doesn't lead to anything.
Maelstrom will end up coming out on Butterfly Effect as well. That additional damage now. They will go for a smoke attempt. Try and make something happen. Like that. Does have teammates behind him, but to react faster. He's been broken down the lift as well. He's going to die very, very quickly. Butterfly, he's trying to make his way up, but not quite. But the double beam strip coming out with Mian's Grimstroke. But they can't actually keep him off. Beyond just has to run out of there. Erica will find him. That Chain Frost doing a lot of work from the Lich. With that, they're going to go after Lien as well. Lien, really no way out of this one. He does brain sap, but Erica on a triple. And Mao as well, apparently finding Mian in that middle lane. But apparently, John, I mean, that Silver Edge, it came out and suddenly this DK just really hyper. As long as Erica gets that strike on the DK, the fight seemingly seems to go their way.
Yeah, that was a very good spot for DK to be at. I feel like Butterfly Effect was a bit far forward and his team, the reaction was a bit late. I feel like the moment he was broken, that's when he should have jumped in. Instead it came afterwards when he probably was stunned up and got dropped way too low on HP, so a bit too late in that reaction. Otherwise, I feel like IGV might have been able to even that out a bit more if they reacted on time. Unfortunately, Butterfly Effect just melted on the spot. He doesn't have anything upside of blood now, so he is really susceptible over Edge, and if he's not
up right now, it feels. Erica. Spirit will go out, but this looks messy for the side of the Dire. They are going to get started. They will jump straight into that Lich, get rid of the Chain Frost. Now Erica goes straight onto that DK, and Butterfly Effect is just gone. Now Beyond, he's left alone, and he's dead as well. Mao Mao on a triple kill. He's going to go after more on that Bane. Ultra kill coming out from this Monkey King, and John, that was a very, very awkward team fight from IGV. I mean, they were just split up, and it just seemed like nothing was coming together.
It was very awkward for IGV to fight that. They didn't have vision beforehand, so they're just walking in blind. And, you know, they just went for a target they probably couldn't kill. Really unfortunate for them. They are starting to bleed gold away to KGL. 2k lead now for KGL. Most of that being split among their cores, of course. They are all behind Luna, but you kind of expect Luna just flash comes that fast. And from those kills, you know, they might even find Luna here.
Yeah, she's forced the BKB out just so she can get out of that leash, but just feels like perhaps they put a bit too much emphasis on this Luna farm. Doom comes out, and that DK, my goodness, gets blown up again. This time around, Zhao Fu will take the kill, but it really doesn't matter who takes. As long as they're killing him off, and suddenly IG Vitality find themselves 4k net worth lead behind, 20 to 14 at 26.5 minutes in. Gaming.Luminous, it seems like their game to lose now.
Yeah, they've managed to regain momentum. They have really good farm on their Slurk, pretty decent farm on their Monkey King as well, and they've taken almost all the towers except for that bot lane.
Well, they're going mid lane right now. Soulbind was there, but just the follow-up isn't there. Like, the rest of the team is there to back them up. On the side of Gaming.Luminous, Beyond was just farming the top lane, and IGV just all over the place right now. KGL taking as much advantage of that as they can. Erica now getting very, very close. In fact, he has the full BKB up. He's just going to put it on the courier and bring it out. Dust going for a butterfly next on that Luna. The DK with Butterfly Effect, it just feels like he's got to stop getting caught out first. Like, it's got to be someone like Beyond jumping in first to try and make something happen. But if that Silver Edge connects on the DK, just dying every single time. He's just nothing.
Yeah, it's a very big issue right now. All of that armor really does matter, especially with the reworked damage reduction on armor. So every point he loses is very, very crucial. And, you know, DK is not exactly innately tanky without his Dragon Blood. So again, I feel like Butterfly Effect has to either be starting fights or at the very least not the one being jumped on. If someone has to be jumped, it's better. Probably Beyond is probably the best one. Just have him get jumped first, and then, you know, have Butterfly Effect come in, tank up, and get that fight.
They're gonna go for the Roche fight. Roshan's still pretty healthy. Now the Eclipse coming in with that Soulbind, but Beyond's gone. He will buy back throughout all this. Erica's still pretty damn healthy. He goes after Liam. The Nightmare was there, but he is down. And now they want even more. They've got the Fiend Strip on the Luna. It was stolen by Protoss, and they'll take the Luna out as well. Now Butterfly Effect is basically a sitting duck. Stroke of Fate does come in, but it does absolutely nothing. Do they return to the Roshan, or do they go down mid lane? It looks like they will choose to go down mid instead. Why the hell not? When you know there's no buybacks available on both those cores, just get the hell back in there. As well as that, Beyond just fall back. So kill him off one more time, and suddenly you can be taking 2 or 3 racks.
Yeah, this is the moment to be careful as IGV. I think you're gonna have to concede that tower. It's just gonna go down. Whether or not you'll be able to defend the racks is a different story. But, you know, that tower's not gonna stand. They're probably gonna lose at least 1 racks if KGL wants to. Yeah, they're gonna lose the mini racks as well.
That rack's is gone. They'll probably just back off and go for that Roshan now, honestly. Why the hell not? I don't know if IG Vitality would feel too comfortable going for another Roche fight. Again, considering that there's no buybacks available on the Luna or the DK, or the Ursa for that matter, I don't feel like you can afford to try and counter this Roshan play.
It's a lot of risk for really not too much reward. They don't have the ultimate on Luna as well. Dragon form is going to be up in a few seconds, but that Eclipse being down is a lot of their damage right now.
Beyond actually looks great. Now Erica though gets started on the Ursa, though he may have gone in by Impact. No, the Dark Pack comes in clutch. Now he's going to man fight Beyond, although Beyond doing a lot of damage. Now the Soulbind as well. Who do they go on? Erica can't actually move forward while that Soulbind's there. Zhao Fu just trying to make a run out. It looks like IG Vitality have someone on this team fight for the moment, but the balance strike. He connects 3 of them. The blue the fuck he the DK's will get being stripped up again by Protoss, who's stolen from the Bane. No buyback available on the DK. They're going for even more. Looks like Lian will be the easy target for Mao Mao. Primal Spring just comes on cooldown now, and with that lift coming up from Protoss, it's just all too easy to get the kill. So will they capitalize on it? Well, the Roshan will be their prize.
At very least, the next time IGV decides to fight, they're gonna have Luna ready to go with Eclipse. Right now, from that last fight, it's really not looking too healthy. Their lineup just seems to lack that control that we mentioned. Again, very single target focused for the control coming out of IGV, and once the BKBs come out, you're gonna have to rely entirely on Fiend Script, which is really hard to do because then you give it away to the Rubik.
See what they do about this. Like, Butterfly will be coming up soon, Dust, but they're gonna do enough. Got it now. So I don't know if it's really gonna be enough for this invest anymore. Like, it doesn't even feel like an outdraft. It just feels like they're being outplayed right now by the side of KGO, and it just came out of nowhere, honestly, throughout this mid game. A couple of bad mistakes being made by IGV. Bit of overconfidence, and suddenly you're so behind. 4K net worth, in fact, going to the way of the Dire. Dota plus win probability setting is about 81% way of KG.Luminous. It was about 80% the way of IG Vitality earlier on, but it's just come really full force the other way now.
I think where it all really fell apart was when Butterfly Effect was just picked off twice over by that Silver Edge. It really just took away so much from the kit of this hero.
It certainly does seem that way. We'll get started on those bot towers. Move the remaining outer towers from the side of IG Vitality. A balance strike Mian. Mian actually copying a lot of damage, but well, it will actually get leashed from Erica. He's just dead. Strength of the slot apparently coming into play right now. Like we saw it last game being played by Eric. It didn't work out too well for him, but I guess putting him in that mid lane was the right decision. Eventually just catches up and becomes an absolute powerhouse.
is under attack.
How did the side of IGV even defend this? Like, they're not even bothering. Butterfly Effect is split pushing the top tier 2 tower, but I doubt he's going to be able to take a tier 3 tower by himself. Unless he plans to come back, then they're just going to give this away. And yeah, beyond, he's just farming the neutral creeps. Luna doesn't know what the hell to do in this situation. And that's the secondary racks just gone.
Yeah, no defense coming out. I don't blame them. I feel like it is worth fighting for those racks though. But if you see that probably won't take that fight, you don't have Dragon Form, and you'd rather maybe wait for your Grimstroke to be back up, then yeah, I can see why they just gave it away. They do really rely on that Grimstroke for any added control, as just the Bane alone is single target. The Bane and the DK are both just really single target focused in terms of control. So you do kind of need that Grimstroke. You do need to get that Inkswell off onto Hero who jumps in, get that AoE control going, get that Soulbind up, and hopefully have two very nice Fiend scripts going on. But, you know, once that Grimstroke is gone, your control's just gone.
Where he go? Going to the back lines, he's found the DK. BKB comes out immediately. Boundless Strike hits absolutely nobody. Chainbox as well onto Beyond, but he BKBs up. This could be the team fight they needed. The Fiend script is there as well, although it has been stolen again by Protoss. And now Butterfly Effect, he does go down. The Fiend script was committed by Protoss for that DK kill. But it's probably well worth it considering there's still no buyback available on the DK. Now Beyond will be the target. Soulbind, double silence is there, but it's really doing nothing. Now the Boundless Strike looking at got 2. Beyond is done, so is the Grimstroke, and so is Lian. It's 4 men down on the side of IG Vitality. They're not going to call it quite yet. But they're going to get Megan. They only have the Luna of LG. As soon as she gets pounced, they're just like, yep, that'll be enough for us. A draw coming out with this Luminous. They do manage to draw it out of the end. A 1-1. So we will go into our third series of the night.
Yeah, the first draw in the entire tournament so far, and